The story of how Lord Hansaem swallowed a fly and what happened next. Once upon a time, a cloth merchant named Hansaem lived in the city of Nagoya. His favorite thing in the world was a good cup of sake. He liked drinking this wine so much that ordinary ceramic bowls were not enough for him, but must have a separate large lacquer cup that can hold an entire jar of breadfruit wine. One day, as usual, after a filling lunch, Lord Hansaem filled his favorite cup with sake, then picked it up with both hands, closed his eyes and took a sip. At that moment, a curiosity buzzed closer from somewhere. The servant was about to push it away when it fell straight into the cup, and before the servants could shout a warning, Lord Hansaem swallowed the fly with a mouthful of breadfruit. The servants asked their master to forgive them, but he, as always, was happy when he received a cup of good wine and immediately forgave his mistakes. It's just that the fly is in his stomach. It kept flying back and forth in there, buzzing and buzzing, making Hansaem angry, but it didn't matter. He got on the palanquin and sat down, then ordered people to carry him to the house of the most famous physician, Mr. Hori. When the doctor asks, Hansaem immediately explained, "Teacher, today I drank a cup of premium breadfruit, but unfortunately, I swallowed it all and now it is buzzing in my stomach, flying back and forth, and that's not pleasant. What should I do now?" The doctor thought very hard, then tilted his head and said, "It's best if you go back and swallow a frog alive. The frog can catch flies and you will be at peace." Lord Hansaem thanked the doctor, then quickly went home and immediately sent the people who lived in the house to the garden to catch frogs. Then he swallowed the frog, and after a while the gurgling sounds in his stomach stopped. But now, instead of a fly, there is a fly in Mr. Hansaem's stomach, and this one does not like being here at all. It stopped jumping and croaking until it was annoying. Lord Hansaem again boarded the palanquin for the bearers to go to the house of the famous physician, Mr. Hori. When he got there, he complained again, "Teacher, I swallowed a frog as you advised. Now when the fly stopped buzzing, the frog jumped incessantly and croaked in my stomach, but that was nothing. It's not comfortable at all. What should I do?" The doctor thought, looked thoughtful and finally spoke. "Since you have a frog in your stomach, you must swallow a water snake. The snake and you will be at peace." Lord Hansaem thanked the doctor, got on the palanquin to go home and ordered his servants to go to the stream to catch snakes. Catch him and swallow him whole, and that's the end of the frog's life. But the snake, in turn, did not like his new home very much. It squirmed and sputtered. Of course, Lord Hansaem was not interested. What else could he do, other than go to the famous physician Hori's house to ask for advice? "Teacher, teacher, I swallowed the water snake like you told me. Now that the frog doesn't bother me anymore, the snake squirms in my stomach and spits. It's so uncomfortable, what should I do?" This time the doctor pondered for a long time, then said, "If the snake bothers you, then swallow a boar. The pig will eat the water snake and you will be at peace." Lord Hansaem thanked the doctor and immediately sent his servants into the forest to trap pigs. When he caught it, he immediately swallowed it, and indeed, after a while the sound of spitting stopped. But having a boar in your stomach is much worse than a water snake. Angry, running in all directions, pounding his hooves, pounding and roaring. This was unbearable, and Mr. Hansaem had to go to the doctor's house again to ask for help. "Teacher, help me. The pig has indeed eaten the snake, but it is tearing my stomach and howling. The hissing is so unbearable. What should I do? Once again, the doctor pondered and finally spoke. The best way to treat a wild boar is to find a hunter. Swallow 1. He will kill the pig and you will be left alone. Lord Hansaem thanked the wise physician and ran home. He immediately sent someone into the mountain to lead him back to A. Early the next day, the hunter came and Hansaem swallowed it without a word. And the doctor is right. A moment later, a gunshot was clearly heard from Mr. Hansaem's stomach. The hunter is looking to kill the boar. But because it was so dark inside, it was difficult to aim, and because it took the last bullet to kill the wild boar, he had nothing left to use to open his way out. So until now he is still in the belly of Lord Hansaem. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.